Hey everybody, and welcome to another video with me, Spartan086. Sorry it's been a while, a lot of things have been happening, and I've got so much stuff here that needs videoed, it's unreal. So, thought I would do this one on the DAK Tiger. Obviously DAK stands for Deutschland Afrikakur. And for those who are sprechen Sie Deutsch. Sorry, I got a wee bit of the sniffles now. Actually, I'm not. I've got a chest infection and I'm recovering. So apologies for that. I hope you are all well and doing good. So I have to be honest right off the top. I thought this was going to be another one of those Forces of Valor's taking the pee out of its customers by just keep producing tigers and paint them differently. Like the Unimax did with the last, let's just say the last 5 of their tigers were all the same, just given a different colour scheme, painting scheme, etc. But one of the viewers happened to comment when I said it, and he says, "No, you should buy it. It's actually a lot different. It's completely out there, and you'd like it." So bought myself this, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and it's just been sitting in a box. Just taking it out there, and I'm just reading all about it, and something that I knew but wasn't entirely sure, it's actually opened me up a bit. I knew there was 3 phases of the Tiger, so you had early, mid and late production. But I also know there was an initial production, but I always put the initial production down to early production, but it isn't true. So there was actually 4 phases: initial production, early production, mid production, and late production. And those who don't know, early production, you can see that the filtration systems on it, and the position of the lights and commander's cupola. And then mid-production, you lose that, you lose the filtration system. I mean, like, you lose the cupola, you lose the filtration system, and the lights at the front of the tank change. Late production, it's basically the change of the lights again, and then it's steel road wheels. Sorry, I'm having to try and remember from my memory. So this one is actually initial production Tiger. It was part of Panzer Abteilung 501st. Very good, 501st. Initial production Tigers 1 were assigned to the 501st Panzer Abteilung Heavy Tank Battalion, which was formed in 1942. The 501st was assigned to the 5th Panzer Army under the command of von Arnheim, whose units were deployed to Tunisia during Operation Torch. If you don't know what Operation Torch was, it was the Anglo-American landings in Morocco and Algiers. Before being assigned to Tunisia, these initial production Tigers were to be used in the Eastern Front, so the base or the colour of these tanks were originally German grey colour. However, in the last minute, Nazi ordnance decided to deploy these Tiger units to the Tunisia campaign. As a result, these Tigers were repainted overall with a coat of desert yellow, yellow-brown colour. And the blending of the 2 paints created a much darker yellow tone overdraft. Grey-green was used as a disruptive colour over this. Once they arrived in Tunisia, the FIFEL air filter system and rear turret storage bins were added. There you go. These additional accessories were painted with a much lighter desert yellow-brown colour. There's a higher degree of contrast from the darker yellow body coat visible even in black and white photos from many historical references. There we go. The 501st Battalion participated in several operations to halt Allied advances, but many were lost while attempting to capture Beja. This spectacular example, turret number 121, belonged to one of the 2 companies of the Tigers, 11 and 21. It has a unique stencil on the left side of the turret with Alvin written on it. Under the stencil was a hand-drawn tiger, which is a symbol of the 501st. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing, by the way. I've seen that in a few of the tigers, the later production tigers and Tiger 2s. This particular Tiger 121 suffered damage during Operation Ox Head, which is a battle for Sidi Nasser battle for Hunt's Gap. Nearly survived till the end of the Tunisian campaign. So that's the information that Waterstones are put in here. I missed out to be front bit, but it's not that biggie. It's basically just a wee history of the Tigers, obviously telling you production runs of the batches and then how many were built between 42 and 45. Everybody knows that, or it's quite accessible. But then we'll give Waterstones a dues. They put a lot of information in it for you. And obviously they've got it in English, German, Spanish. For those who can read in Spanish, good on you. I'm starting to learn, and it is comical for me because I am pretty stupid. Anyway, so overall, I will go to tell you this. I love it. Absolutely love it. The paint scheme, the colouring, everything about the tiger, the way it's been weathered, it's fantastic. A 10 out of 10. I don't care about empty hinks. I am giving it a 10 out of 10. I think Waterstones really did hit it on the mark with this one. A couple other ones that they've done, the tigers, what we got? You've got the initial production tiger for the Eastern Front, which was really good. But you had the initial production tiger, no, it was early production tiger. God, I've forgotten that. Oh, the information about it, sorry. Anyway, that one was alright, but it wasn't 100%. I would not give it as much to the other two as anybody else would, because I feel that it was just kind of a paint job and that was it. There was no real weathering done. With this, I feel there's a lot of weathering done on it. There's a subscriber who was messaging me the other night and was asking about the tracks. Now, what I said to him was, he was asking about taking the tracks off and putting the new tracks on. Very cool. But then he was asking about the old Unimax versions. Could he do that to that? I don't see the problem with doing that if anybody else is thinking about it. They are the same specifications, same size and everything. But I'd be very careful of the rear sprocket here. Or road wheel, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because the original Unimax ones were tough, but then as they went on, they became a lot weaker, as anybody knows. Sometimes, like the old Tigers, I'm not kidding you, you could lob it off a wall and the wall would be damaged and the Tiger would just be fine. Whereas some of them, you could sneeze the wrong way and the turret would just explode. So, if he is watching, that is something I would say just be careful with, which I did say to you, but just want to reiterate it. I'm not saying you should do it, because if something happens, I'm not getting the blame. Anyway, back to the Tiger. She is hot, she is nice, I love it. It is actually my favourite tank of all time. I know people are going to go, really? It's not that good. Well, I don't care. I love it. It was revolutionary when it came out. It still stands to this day as something that should be feared. Right? I know somebody's going to go, oh, if it's not up against the name. I know, but that's different. It's just always going to be a magical tank for me. I mean, my grandfathers, they fought across Africa. One of them fought in Italy, the other ones fought in France, they fought in Germany. They, at some point, would have come up against this, and it must have put the fear of God into them, seeing a 50-ton machine just levelling anything that had gone its way. But I will do a wee spin round so you can see. Obviously, you can see the lights at the front of the tank. You can see the mantle there. Smoke dischargers both sides. This cover's not good. And then you see the filtration system at the back, and you see the very cool covers that they've put round the exhausts. I really do like that. Very different from the other ones. And the filtration system actually has a lot more detail in it as well. I'll put pictures of everything, by the way, close up so you can see at the end as usual. But overall, absolutely 10 out of 10. Absolutely love it. I'm going to do another video tonight before I go to the gym. So be prepared for that. It's not a tank. It's going to be a helicopter. I've got a massive collection of helicopters now. So I'm going to get a few of them up. I know somebody will be like, well, it's not a tank. Yeah, well, sorry. I've got a love of all things mechanical. So, leave it at that, guys. I hope you liked the video. Until the next time, take care. Bye-bye.